Let's take a look in this video at how we can configure remote span or RSPAN. Specifically, we've got a couple of switches. We have SW1 and SW2. There's already a trunk between these switches, and what we want to do is to create a remote span VLAN, and then on switch SW1, capture traffic going in both directions to and from the server, and then send that captured traffic into the remote VLAN of 900 that we'll create. That traffic will go over the trunk into switch SW2, then switch SW2 will take that captured traffic from the trunk and send that captured traffic out to the network analyzer. And to verify this is working, what we're going to do is have a continuous ping going between PC1 and the server, and I'm going to tell the network analyzer to capture ping traffic or ICMP traffic. To do that, on the network analyzer, I'll say sudo, because this is a privileged level command, TCP dump, and I just want to capture ICMP traffic. And right now you can see that I'm not capturing any ICMP traffic. Well, I haven't started the ping yet, so that's not a surprise. Let's start that ping. Let's do a ping to the server, 10.1.1.100. We now have a continuous ping going. If we look at our network analyzer, we're not capturing anything. Now, let's set up this remote span VLAN on both SW1 and SW2. We'll go into global configuration mode on SW1, and I'll say VLAN 900, and here's what makes it a remote span VLAN. I say in VLAN configuration mode, remote-span. And I'll verify that I do have a trunk configured between SW1 and SW2. Let's do a show interfaces trunk command. And I do have a .1Q trunk. Let's set up this VLAN now on SW2. We'll say VLAN 900. And again, remote-span. Let's verify the trunk configuration. Show interfaces trunk. And we see that VLAN 900 is allowed and it is in the forwarding state. And now that we have that remote span VLAN created, let's go back to SW1 and configure RSPAN. Back in global configuration mode, I'll specify my monitoring session. I'll say monitor session 1, and my source is going to be interface Ethernet 0/1. Now, by the way, just as with local span, I could have specified an entire VLAN as the source. But here I'm saying it's interface Ethernet 0/1 going out to our server. And now let's specify the destination. I'll say monitor session 1 destination. And for RSPAN, the destination is going to be a remote VLAN that we created of 900. Now let's go to SW2 and take that captured traffic from the remote VLAN and send it out to the network analyzer. I'll say monitor session 1. From the perspective of SW2, the source is going to be my remote VLAN of 900. And my destination is going to be interface Ethernet 0/1. And I can check my RSPAN configuration by saying show monitor session 1. And we see that the SW2 side is the remote destination session. The source is remote span VLAN 900. My destination is Ethernet 0/1. If I take a look at this from the perspective of switch SW1, let's do a show monitor session 1. This side is the remote source session. And my source port is Ethernet 0/1, and my destination is RSPAN VLAN 900. Now at this point, the network analyzer should be capturing those ICMP packets. Let's see if it is. And it is. Excellent. And that's a look at the configuration of RSPAN or remote span, where we're able to send copies of captured traffic over an Ethernet trunk using a dedicated RSPAN VLAN.